So you saw it in the news, and I can't imagine how his friends and family must feel that tragically a man recently died after participating in a bun eating contest. It's believed that he was choking prior to his death, and it's a stark reminder of how important it is to know basic first aid skills. So this morning we're joined by Miss Norma T. Campbell. Hi, Miss Norma.
Hi, good morning.
And Mrs. Donna Thomas. Hey, Donna.
Good morning.
Both first aid instructors with the Jamaica Red Cross, and they're going to talk about what to do if someone is choking and why these life-saving skills matter.
Ms. Norms, let me start with you. Have you ever, as far as you know, this has happened before? Someone would choke on in something like this?
It has happened before, actually, not in my presence, but I've heard persons who have witnessed maybe a loved one who suffered from choking and they died right in their arms.
Okay, so you weren't there, so you probably don't know exactly what happened. But would it be what? Just something stuck in the throat or something?
Yes, actually, choking occurs when the food particles or liquid enters the windpipe instead of the esophagus. Mm-hmm. And this can be caused from when you don't chew your food properly, or when you're talking while eating, or swallowing of marbles by children, guinea. Yes, those things, when they enter the windpipe, it blocks the airway and you cannot breathe at all.
Yeah, I remember when I was a little boy, my brother was drinking something and he started to cough and him said, go wrong the wrong
throat. That is usually what they say.
Explanation.
Yes.
Which is what you're saying, really.
Yes.
All right, Donna, we say first aid. For those who are not quite sure what that is, define what first aid is for us.
You know, I love, when we're having first aid training, I really, between us, I always love to give that definition. Because first aid, everybody will say, yes. First aid is that help you give somebody who is injured or sick. But the word that makes a difference is suddenly. Somebody who has suddenly become ill or injured, that's when first aid becomes dynamic and necessary. Suddenly mean that, you know, Miss Donna with her cut for about 3 months now, it's not a first aid thing. Miss Donna being here talking to you and suddenly I just, that no requires first aid. So we say when there is any injury, illness that has suddenly occurred, then first aid is this beautiful skill that all of us, I believe, in Jamaica should have, because, you know, for us at Red Cross, the truth be told is that we strongly believe that first aid saves lives. It is a skill that saves lives.
But it is a skill that can be a difference, because if someone drowning as opposed to someone choking, is two different kind of, I'm asking here.
Two different
kind of.
And it's a different way to deal with it.
Different way to deal with it.
Yes.
So we are supposed to know all of these ways, which is what we are suggesting. We're supposed to know all the different ways to deal with stuff.
Anything that happens suddenly, I believe everyone should be able to assist.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask you a tough question. Do most Jamaicans have basic first aid knowledge? And I'm saying knowledge because, you know, we some we do it in our way. And somebody will say, lick him in the back. And somebody say, no, squeeze him there, son. But it really is not the knowledge that they're supposed to have. Do most Jamaicans have it?
Generally speaking, I would say no.
Okay.
No. Persons look at first aid in many different ways. Some may say, oh, I am afraid of blood, so I don't want to deal with it, or I do not want to learn about it.
Right.
So we have to encourage them and say, listen, this is not the case. You know, there are many ways to learn first aid, and you don't have to deal with blood.
Let's be a little bit more specific. So the choking incident, what should have happened? If you need me to stand up so you could show me, I don't mind doing that. But what, I mean, as I said, you weren't there. So just be.
Or you want to use Baby Neville?
Yeah.
All right, we can use both Baby Neville and we can use an adult.
An adult Neville.
Do you need me to stand up to show me? Or
Yes, yes.
Sure.
we don't want to turn our backs to the camera, so I'll
Okay,
stay like
great.
this, and if I'm
Okay,
choking.
okay,
Some
so-
people say grab him, so some people say lick him back.
Right.
What's your
Okay, so first of all,
Yeah.
choking is any foreign object that lodges at the back of the throat.
So go a little bit further.
It blocks the airway.
Yeah.
And
Right
it
there.
makes
turn your
breathing.
back, just, yeah.
It makes breathing difficult.
Okay.
There are two types of choking, however, but most of us did not know that. Growing up, our parents would have realized that once we are coughing and we are identified as being choking, the first thing the parent would do is hit us in the back, which is wrong.
Which is wrong.
Right. Because you are coughing, you are speaking, and you can breathe, we do not do that.
So what you supposed to
We would encourage you to cough.
Okay.
So there is a universal sign indicates when someone is choking. So you clutch the throat.
Good. Show me.
So you hold on to your throat.
I do it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you start to cough.
Okay.
So you cough for me, please, Neville. Sir, are you choking?
Well, not anymore.
Say yes.
Yes, I am.
Cough, sir, cough. Cough.
All right,
That's
I
all you do. You
understand. Okay.
encourage coughing because the airway is partially blocked.
Okay. What about if it is blocked?
Fully blocked. Cannot speak, cannot breathe, have difficulty speaking. So, of course, you would do the universal sign. You cannot cough,
Okay. Can't move at all.
can't move at all.
So what you do?
So what you would do, go behind that
Go on,
casualty,
show me, yeah?
1 foot between the legs of the casualty.
Okay.
You feel for the sternum,
Okay.
and above the navel,
Yeah.
you make a fist.
Okay.
With one hand, the other hand, you cover the fist, and you give 5 abdominal thrust. So it's an in-up motion. Neville, you are not choking for real, so I'm not gonna do it hard.
Okay.
1,
Oh,
2.
but this is the way you do it.
Yes.
It's not just a little pull
No,
inside.
in up.
Okay.
4,
You just say me not choking.
5.
Just in case, whenever sure.
And then I come to the side, Neville.
Okay.
And I hold you and I lean you forward.
Okay.
And between your shoulder blade, I give you 5 back slaps. 1, 2,
Miss Norma, you want me to do that for you?
No.
4,
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
And there goes
should
the
be
dumpling or the bun and cheese.
I should be all
All
right.
right?
Thank you.
So that's for an adult.
Yeah.
Wow.
For baby Neville.
Yeah.
So I'm at home and baby Neville is in the crib. And when I enter, baby Neville is turning blue.
Yes.
Eyes bulging.
Yes.
Have difficulty breathing.
I hope you reach me before me turn blue still.
So what I'm gonna do,
Yep.
I need a chair.
Show me.
You need a chair?
I take up the baby like this.
Yep.
And I hold the baby like this and I sit at the edge of a chair.
The stool is not
Right,
ideal,
yeah.
but
Little high,
Yeah,
but
use
yeah.
it. Yeah.
edge of
Yeah.
the chair.
Oh, here he comes.
Okay, let's
Nice.
put it right here.
Edge of the chair.
And I hold the baby down and I give the baby 5 chest thrusts with either 2 or 3 fingers in the center of the chest.
We're talking about the very young here.
Yes.
Because obviously
0 to 1 year old.
Because we couldn't hold the baby.
Turn the baby over on the face and I give 5 back slaps.
Okay. All right.
So the baby starts to cry. So I open the baby's mouth and I see something from the blanket. So I use my pinky finger
I remove it.
and I remove it. And then I would hold the infant like this and take the infant straight to the hospital
The baby should
because
be
the lining of the airway is damaged.
Come on.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Miss Norma, I want to give you a moment to tell Jamaicans where can they come to learn this, you know? Because you're first aid instructors.
Yes, I am.
How do I learn first aid?
Okay, you can come to the Jamaica Red Cross
Yes.
the last Friday and Saturday of every month. If you are not from a particular company, if you're an individual and you want to learn first aid, you can go and register. The cost for adult first aid and CPR only is $7,000. We also do infant and child, $7,500. And we also do AED, that's a defibrillator training. We do that as well.
Final question from me. What if that happens, what just happened, and I'm alone?
That's an excellent one.
Okay, so if you're alone and you are suffering from a fully blocked airway and no one is there to help you, you get a chair, and the back of the chair, above the navel, you do this and you hold on to the side of the chair and you give yourself 5 abdominal thrusts.
Against the chair.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
An object should come up. That's saving your own life if no one is there to assist you when you choke.
I feel like every organization needs to have a number of people, if it's even one in every department, that's trained in first aid.
Yes.
Because suddenly is reality.
It is.
Right.
And you need to have people who will be able to respond.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, Miss Norms, I hope anyone just turned in there in a while ago and see what you were doing.
I know.
Know exactly what you were doing. They will say, what is Miss Norma doing?
You know, Neville, funny enough, when I'm teaching the course, my students,
They love it.
Yeah,
they love it.
Do that again.
They can't
Do
imagine.
that again, miss.
Somebody
Do that
just turn
again,
on and
miss.
say, what is that woman doing at TV? Very, very well explained.
Thank
very,
you.
very well explained.
Thank you.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you.
What you're doing.
you.
Norma Campbell, First Aid Tutor, and Donna Thomas, Human Resource Manager and First Aid Instructors, both from the Jamaica Red Cross. By the way, if you want to volunteer for the Jamaica Red Cross, you can just come in and say, or no.
Or you can do it
Absolutely,
online.
Or do it online.
Yes.
And you need volunteers, don't you?
We do.
Always.
Always.
Always. Always.
10 minutes to your health, folks. We'll do it again next Thursday. When we come back, we're discussing the inaugural Montego Bay Creative Arts Festival. Stay with us, please. Daz will have that one. So come.